that's basically what happened up until all of this came about.
Okay. Is she known to run away? Like, has there been past issues with that with her? Is she known to do that?
No, she does not run away, but I will say that she is friendly. Like, she's friendly, like she doesn't like, it's not a stranger danger thing where it's not like get away from me. Then she was just all friendly to everybody. She was very respectful. Like, yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir. Like, that's what she do. We raised her great. Like, she was a real smart kid. That's why, like, they had me kind of like messed up, but they were saying that she was not, like, she's non-verbal and that. Like, yeah, she was that saying she's autistic, and like that was like, the media was like messing. I don't want to cuss, but that was messing my head up a little because they don't even have a good description of my child to try to describe her.
What's a good? Is she autistic or is she on the spectrum at all? Is that true?
She was on the spectrum when she was born, but they said that she couldn't be tested until she was 4 years old.
Okay, so it's on. You guys just don't know.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Exactly. We never got her tested, and she's never given us signs that she is, autistic. She talks good. She's like very like she talks better than me. She got more respect than me.
Understood. So you guys had no idea what could have happened to her.
I have no clue. Sir, I don't like. It's really wild, but I had gave all of these detectives this information about people snooping around the house lately. Like, since I've started work, like from Thursday really, but from Friday to Monday, I had to work. I was working night shifts, and every time I left, my girl would like, when she would tell me like, oh, it's been people doing this, and then the third around the house they've been called, like they be on the phone with people like around the house, like just talking and walking real slow and things like that. And like, I've been telling them that, but
how are you doing through all of this? It's okay.
I didn't got a little bit of it out, but it's like not knowing is killing me. It's killing me, like, because like you see stuff like this often, but you don't expect it to be you.
And is the mother, is she your wife?
No, she's not my wife. She was my girlfriend.
Okay. How is she doing?
She's still a little tore, but she's making it. She's trying to stay calm because we just, like I said, we just recently had a child. She had to really go in labor early because all the stress that was going down. She had that baby the same night that all of this happened.
So that's the interview I did with the dad on Thursday this week, and it gives you some context to the story that he gave us versus where we are now. And to be fully transparent, I'll take you through how we got to that point to where we are now. So originally we were reaching out to family trying to figure out where they were, who they were, what they knew. So we have the ability to find out names and phone numbers. So we were able to track down some of the family members, and I reached out to several of them, and then I got a call from a number from Chester, and I answered it, started talking to them, and I said, whoa, wait a second, who is this? And he said, I'm the dad. And I said, the dad of who? He said, Javeayah. And I said, oh, okay. Obviously started recording, and that's when I started asking some questions, and I was in one of our conference rooms when I started recording, so that's why it's very echoey, and was just asking him some preliminary questions. And of course, if I had more time, I would have asked him more questions and gone more in depth. Obviously, we didn't know what we know now when I was doing that interview. And so I asked him, it was around an 8-minute phone call. I asked him, hey, would you be willing to do an on-camera interview with us later this afternoon? We want to get the word out. We want to share y'all's side of the story and understand what's happening and what you want the public to know about Javeayah. And he tells us, yeah, I'll meet you around 3 o'clock. So we were going to meet up with him and do an on-camera interview later Thursday afternoon. We showed up to the spot that we were going to meet at, and I called him. I assume he didn't save my number because he answered, and I said, hey, this is Will from News 12, and he immediately hung up on me. There was no other conversation I had with him. There was no contact. I tried texting them as well, and nothing. So we didn't hear anything after that preliminary interview. So that's why we didn't ask more questions and why we didn't have more from that interview was we thought we had a second interview with him, so what we have is what we have from what the dad said. But I know Brett was on live stream with us yesterday, and he was talking about some of the evidence in this case, and he said, well, is there a possibility that this could be used as evidence in this case? Hard to tell, but you have to imagine that maybe law enforcement was aware of that interview he did with us and what he told us, because he laid out this entire story, and now we know that Javeayah was gone and has been dead for at least a month. And again, that police report from the mother, she's the one who called 911 and said Javeayah was last seen at around 8:15 playing outside in the front yard near a chicken coop with the chickens, and then wandered off and then called law enforcement at around 8:45. Now we know that she's charged with filing a false police report, and none of that was likely true, and none of the dad's story was likely true as well. So again, if you guys are just now joining us, this is happening in Aiken County, South Carolina. For those of you joining us outside the viewing area, we're expecting a bond hearing at 10 o'clock this morning at the detention center for both of Javeayah's parents, and that's been pushed back a bit. Now we're unsure who is going to have a bond hearing today. We believe the mother may have one this morning, and the father's may be pushed back to this afternoon, and we're waiting for an update. We do have a crew inside that detention center now, and we're trying to get live updates for you guys. And I know people were asking about a bond hearing. That's just due process. That happens with any case like this or any criminal case. Bond hearing is just procedural, so everyone has one regardless of the case. So that gives you a little bit of an idea of how we came about and how we got here with the dad's story. So you're looking at video actually from their house. I went over to the neighborhood yesterday and talked to a couple of neighbors. It's interesting because they told me that they haven't seen Javeayah in months, and that family has not been here that long either. And they said that when all of this happened, that the FBI came to the neighborhood and questioned everyone. One of the neighbors said the FBI searched their entire house, came inside and searched everything, went underneath the house, and asked for any kind of video they had. We know that the sheriff's office, too, they were asked. Okay, we have an update here. Okay, hold on, guys. I'm going to read this bond hearing update real quick to make sure I have this right. Okay. Okay, I'll read this for you live here, guys. Okay, so for the mother, Michaela Herring, who's charged with homicide by child abuse and filing a false police report. No attorneys present with her at the bond hearing this morning. Judge Thornton in Aiken County is presiding over this case. For the homicide by child abuse charge, it carries up to 20 years to life in prison. Judge says, based on the severity of the charge, I do not have the authority to set bond. The judge saying that she needs to go before a circuit court judge for this. For the filing of false police report, that carries up to 5 years in prison or a $5,000 fine. Bond would have to be set for $5,000, but because it was connected to the homicide by child abuse charge, the judge denied bond for that. So it seems like the mother has been denied bond at this time, will not be let out of jail. And we were waiting for the father's bond hearing, but we're unsure of when that's going to happen at this time. It may be later this afternoon. They said he might not be ready for the bond hearing.